I'm trying to convince him to get a butt plug too, but he's not on it.
Oh, Mark, you got to get a butt plug.
Have you done much sled pulling and pushing and things like that?
Not in a while, not in a long time. So this was torn patellar tendon, but like in December of 2020.
And you were doing what, a reverse?
Dude, it was, you know what it was? It was on the push-off. You okay? So here's the thing: I hadn't played any basketball in I used to play a lot of basketball, and I hadn't played any basketball, and I was probably 247, definitely overweight. We play a game, and then we start fucking around with the dunk. And we do a lowered rim and we raise it. So when I dunk on 9 feet, which
that's fucking awesome.
It was pretty good, and it was already over. The competition was over, and one of the guys goes, "I think you can get it a little bit more." So they raise it 3 inches. I got adrenaline fucking going through me. And on the push-off, my tendon snaps. And then I land on my arm and I break it. So that's that.
Oh, fuck.
So
are you the only guy in history to break their arm on a dunk? Has Jordan ever done that?
I think I'm the first guy in history that breaks his arm on an attempted dunk. Yeah.
Just put this on like a pair of pants. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Any pain?
No.
Okay, good.
Someone told me too that this is really good for the leg injury recovery. Backwards.
This is insane for your, this is good for your shin. It's good for your calf. It's good for your knee. It's good for the whole lower leg. But this is a way to pump a lot of blood to the area.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's not heavy. And then you think about who could do this movement.
Right.
You could get your mom doing this even if she's high as fuck. I don't really do real heavy squats, and I'll push my legs.
What does that mean for you though?
Well, it literally means that I don't I might use a plate or two on squats.
Really?
Maybe it's Jerry Seinfeld doesn't really feel he needs to go sell out the biggest venue. Because he feels like he's done pretty goddamn good job.
Right. But he still wants to get on stage.
Yeah, this is my training nowadays. It's a lot of movement. It's a lot of stuff like this. Something else I've worked on a lot. There's some things that really made a big difference. Just taking my shoes off for training has made a big difference in the function of my feet.
Yeah.
Which has helped my knees, my hips, my lower back. Another thing that's helped a lot is to try to breathe in and out of the nose.
In and out?
In and out of the nose as much as possible. But sometimes you get into something like this, you start breathing. You start exhaling through the mouth after a while.
Why is it better to breathe out the nose?
It is a way to intensify your training a bit. It's almost like altitude training in a way. So it's not always appropriate. If you're training pretty hard, we're at a point where it might be a little difficult to have your mouth shut. But I also tape my mouth at night, which is kind of funny. A lot of people think that's pretty crazy. But
wait, what do you do?
Tape my mouth shut at night.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
To sleep? Mm-hmm. To force it?
Keep the mouth closed and breathe in and out of the nose. It will blow your mind if you try it. You can actually sleep less and get a little more recovery.
Okay.
So here's the last one.
Have you met someone else who does this?
This freak over here does it too.
Who's that?
Nsima, why do you tape your mouth shut?
So when you breathe through your nose, first off, you're able to stay a little bit calmer. You know when people get all erratic panic attacks? You know what I mean? So that's why I breathe through my nose when I do jiu-jitsu, but also I tape my mouth shut because when you breathe mainly through your nose, you breathe slower, you breathe better, and you'll have better quality sleep. So before in the past, I used to snore a little bit. My girl would be like, "You're kind of loud sometimes." But after I started taping my mouth shut, not only did my sleep quality get better and I woke up more rested, I just stay asleep more during the night. I don't wake up.
What does it look like a piece of tape?
It's that 3M microport?
It sounds like crazy talk, right?
It sounds like complete psycho shit.
Trust me, it's not crazy. It's a 3M micropore tape on Amazon. It's super cheap. You can get a pack of 12 for $12.
I wasn't worried about the cost.
I know you were worried about the cost.
I was just what are these lunatics doing?
Nah, seriously. But there's also another tape called Somnifix, and it's specifically
you literally put it.
Yeah. But the micropore tape, there's no slit. Somnifix has a slit for that. If you're a little bit nervous about not being able to open your mouth or suffocating, you'll be fine. Yeah, it's called Somnifix. Dude, you do that, your sleep's gonna change.
Really?
Your sleep's gonna fucking change.
Okay. Okay.
Now we're gonna go here on the tank.
This is I've been curious about.
This thing's the mother load right here. This thing's really nice.
Just you know the knees over toes dude.
Absolutely,
Ben?
yeah. Ben Patrick had him here.
Yeah, Ben.
Many times.
Cool dude. Because he's like a Nia guy.
Right.
He was like, you should get one of these.
Yeah, this thing's fucking spectacular. So all you're gonna do, I like to have people kind of try to get low and push kind of slow. Like there's no reason to really take off in the beginning. Just move methodically.
Okay.
A huge advantage of a movement like this, like you don't even realize it, but your back is moving around like this the whole time. It's rotating. You're training your butt. You're training your hamstrings. Training your calves. Training your feet.
How you doing?
You know, it's one of those things that you probably see this all the time where people like think they're like, oh, it's Tom.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know you. And you're like, you're in my space.
No,
but
it's all good, man.
it's like COVID space, right? 6 feet?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Did you, if I remember, you did. The elbow, I saw the video.
Yeah.
Any problems with that in the feet and like the knees coming back?
You know, I actually had another surgery that I didn't mention is that, so I had some radial nerve stuff happen, so these fingers weren't firing.
Oh shit.
So like 6 months after the initial injury, they cut me open here, took a nerve out of there, opened me here and put the nerve in there.
Do you
From
have
where?
full function? That's amazing.
It's like a
man.
nerve transfer surgery, right? So
Damn.
so I no longer have the one. You have two here that
They
let you
took
pronate
a nerve from there and put it in there.
and put it in here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like a.
And
Do you
it
have full
works.
motion now?
I mean, it's a lot better.
That's
It
crazy.
used to be like this.
Wow.
You know, like I mean, on this side I would go
Gang
like that.
signs all the time.
And, yeah, I used to be like, "What up, dog?" But like, yeah.
West Coast, right?
That's right for life, man. Yeah.
So do you? That's amazing. Can you touch your fingers together now?
I can, but like it doesn't. Like they want me to. It doesn't go like this all the way, but it's getting better. It's
So you
getting
can
better.
do your gay goodbye and like,
I
bye.
can still do it. I
There
can
you
still
go.
do it.
Any
This was a patellar tendon.
and then any foot ankle problems you have with that?
No, the foot and ankle was never really an issue. It was like this, you know, was in a brace, straight brace for 6 weeks, completely atrophied. Like this was just like it wasn't even. It was like I couldn't believe it. Like I was like it looked like a quarter of the size of it. But now like I don't do anything. I haven't done anything like heavy since then. But I like move around and you know.
Can you balance on one foot?
Yeah.
Lean into it more. Yep, lean into it more. There you go. Good. Good, keep driving with the feet.
Try to drive that left knee up a little bit higher too. There you go, perfect.
Yeah, like a wide lunge. Yep. How'd you lose weight? You lost a significant amount of weight.
Pretty standard. I mean, it was like just changing diet
Ate less. Found a way to.
and moving more. Like you can get into a real. I mean, like anyone can, but I think with like road life, you can just be like, yeah, I'm tired.
You start to convince yourself of all kinds of
Just
shit.
sit around. I did keto I didn't do it like. I did it for 6 months.
I still do keto. Like I'll eat a little bit of fruit here and there. I'll have a little bit of rice and stuff here and there, but it's pretty. Like it's sporadic, you know.
What's a standard breakfast for you?
Eggs.
Eggs.
I eat a lot of eggs, bacon, sausage, hot dog, hamburger. This morning I actually ate it. I ate a hamburger.
You did?
85. That's perfect for me because it's like if I start cooking stuff, I get so hungry that I just want to fucking eat everything. But if I legitimately just cook one hamburger,
Yeah.
that's like a light enough thing for me to eat in the morning.
And is your midday stuff kind of the same?
I normally don't eat during the day just because I'm, here doing other shit. So I usually eat about twice a day. The eating, like, I don't get breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
It's like a couple times a week that I have breakfast. So on those days I'll eat 3 times because I do what I call double dinner. I'll eat, like I'll cook up a steak and then my wife's cooking like dinner for the rest of us. And then maybe like an hour later I'll eat again. And I love that because then I feel full. And because I'm a fat kid at heart, I'll still have like a protein shake or something sweet at the end of the night, maybe fruit. Yeah, so that's the way I do it. And I feel fucking amazing. I feel like I've reversed my age by about 10 years.
How old are you?
45. And you're 44, right? That's
3.
43. This guy just got into jiu-jitsu recently. The other day, a guy's on his back, and he starts thinking about how the guy fucks his girlfriend.
No, it's because his girlfriend.
is that-
No,
does
don't
jujitsu.
try to explain it
Is
away.
that-
You
is
said
that
I wonder
different?
how he fucks his girlfriend.
Is that like that's being a little different, right?
I didn't see that for it. I would never see.
You wait. This is what you imagined?
Because the way the guy moves his hips and everything, he's like, oh man, I want.
His girlfriend and they both do jujitsu, and they were both wrestling or rolling. What do you call that? Rolling. And so I was like, as anyone would if you're watching two people rolling that are of opposite.
Wait, did you like
I haven't asked
fucking
him.
snap his arm or something?
Untrained.
No, he was with like a black belt.
So you thought about this guy fucking your girl.
Not my girl. Yeah, no, it's his girlfriend. It's obviously much more.
Oh, so you picture yourself as the girl?
Well, when he's teaching me, so he's
Don't
straddling
spin
me.
it. You were picturing yourself being mounted by him.
He was mounting me. That's
Then-
my point. He
and
was
you-
literally mounting me.
Did you enjoy it?
I keep showing up, and I'm paying him a lot of money for it. So yeah.
Dude, open up your mind. There's a lot of possibilities.
I'm trying to convince him to get a butt plug too, but he's not on it.
Oh, Mark, you got to get a butt plug.
I know.
I have one in my
vibrating
office. I just
prostate
need to
massager.
use. I need to use it.
Start small.
But I just imagine it's like, you know.
What are your kids into?
Not this. I mean, literally, that one really is into Pac-Man.
That's cool.
And the youngest one is 3 and can identify like 45 car manufacturers from their logos.
Holy shit.
It's so weird. I'm like, it's like fucking Rain Man. He's like, that's a Volkswagen. Yeah. So what are these settings?
These settings, there's different resistance, and then this is part of the flywheel too. So you can have that. Like if you just go just like this with that part on, you can go faster, but it just gives you whatever you push into it.
Well, what about if you move the bigger latch down? What does that do?
That's the
Like
automatic
this.
setting. It goes
Yeah,
for
so you move that down. Now we're completely in neutral. There's no resistance at all.
Oh, so this is like if you need to move it like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you go all the way up, now we have that resistance. Typical little fat guy move right there by him asking questions to slow down the pace of the workout.
Fucking was asking you how it works.
He can't tie his shoes, so
I know that.
take that away.
You're talking about butt plugs and shit, man.
We're good to go.
Show the butt plug in.
Yeah. It was vibrating. It kind of helped.
People are like, that was weird, just humming noise the entire time. I'm just gonna make him use the same weight as me. It wouldn't be any different if he just like gave me a microphone and gave me a boot and kicked me out on the stage and said, "Hey, go for it, Mark." How'd you get into comedy?
I honestly just really wanted to do it from a pretty young age. I did like improv school in LA, and I found there was like 3 stand-ups in my class, and a couple of them
acting class, basically.
Yeah, but they were like, you would like stand-up. There you go.
I really like with the sled is to try to mimic like some advanced running or like just a picked up pace of walking. Yeah, the way you're doing it is perfect. We don't need to try to sprint with it. If we really take off with it, it could potentially lead to injury if you haven't sprinted in a long time.
Well, I definitely have not done that in a long time. At the top, when we were doing backwards, I felt like this kind of cramp in the left arch.
And that's really healthy. That's really good.
Really?
Those are muscles firing that aren't normally firing.
Because of shoes, right?
Yep.
Restriction or like the comfort of it.
Getting out of your shoes is a good idea whenever you have an opportunity to. And then looking into getting shoes that have wider toe boxes and stuff. Your feet aren't like crazy wide, but see, everyone thinks they have like a flat foot.
Yeah.
And your arch, for a lot of people, does get collapsed inward. But a lot of that happens because of shoes, because we're not, like a baby doesn't have flat feet.
Right.
You know, so your foot, if you actually just go up on your toes, and you just go,
Look at that. Look at that.
What the hell's going on, buddy?
Look at that vascular.
How you doing?
Look at that vascular quad there. Must be.
This is Jason.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? Nice to meet you, Tom.
Yeah, we're so if you put your feet like this, like get up on your toe, and just angle your foot outward, you'll see how your toes will automatically kind of splay.
Yeah.
Yep. See?
Yeah.
And then you have an arch in your foot.
Right.
A lot of people don't have an arch in my foot, but it's like we're not practicing that. We don't do that anymore. We don't dig into the ground more. And the reason why Graham is here is because he's teaching me how to run. Yeah. He's showing me, like, if you wouldn't run that way barefoot, then why would you run that way consistently with your shoes on? You know, maybe potentially you're missing out on a piece. And so it's not like don't ever run any different way ever again, but it's maybe, hey, let's explore what it looks like to be barefoot, run on a field, and try some of that.
Has he changed the way you run?
Oh, yeah, immensely.
Really?
Immensely, because, I mean, if we're to run right here, like, I'm not going to, I would be a total Neanderthal, total idiot to, like, go slamming my heels in. So if I sprint, I'm going to be... You're not going to make that same decision. You know, if you have springy shoes, or you're jogging,
you can land on your heel, right? Like
yeah. People don't understand jogging is a technique that was made by one of the original co-founders of Nike. Jogging is it's like a movement, like somebody made a movement. The guy wrote a whole entire book on it. And jogging is literally shuffling back and forth, landing on your heels. But he's the co-founder of Nike.
You know that you could be making a lot more money if you're putting all this foot content on OnlyFans, right? Like, we could be making a lot.
Think these are pretty enough?
These are gorgeous.
Can you spread your toes apart and stuff? There you go. Look at that. Yeah.
I want mine blurred out, okay? I'm trying to collect.
Oh, yeah. Well, people can tell them where they can go to, get the whole...
Wait, can I ask you this? Were you like a workout, like gym rat in high school?
Yeah.
So you were into it then, too?
I got into this mess when I was like 12, 13 years old.
From your dad, or just
my brothers?
Your brothers led you into it?
Yeah.
You were 12?
Yep. Fuck. Yeah, I started when I was 12, and by the time I was like 14, I started getting really strong. I was benching like, I want to say maybe around 240 pounds or so. And then I started getting into like 3 plates really young, and I think I did like 365. I was like 16. Before I graduated high school, I benched like 405. I didn't know how to do the other lifts that well at that point. I could deadlift a little bit, but...
My dad was an Olympic weightlifter.
Holy shit.
3-time state champion.
That's fucking awesome.
And I didn't get into it at all.
Olympic lifting is incredible.
Yeah.
So now we got that extra plate on there, but we're still having the same intention. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yep.
Oh. Whoa. He fucking broke the machine.
Another carabiner?
Yeah.
I think you can finish your workout. This must be your first really strong guy here.
Yeah, Nsima, can you grab another one? Look at that, man. The guy ran right out of the fucking... He blew it out at Super Training Gym. Unbelievable.
Look at my fucking trainer over there.
Yeah, you're being a pussy. Super Trainer be dope. Look at him. Alright, so I call this a mindset right here. You're pretty numb, right?
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Keep pushing. Try to blow out a lot. Deep breath in. Blow out a lot. Yep. 2 more. Do 2 more. This helps the balance of your oxygen and your CO2. Good. Now we're ready. I keep looking at him because I'm looking at color. But he's fine. He's still strong, look. So good. There you go. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's some real leg work, man.
Oh yeah. But like, I mean, I know part of it halfway sucks, but it's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
It's like activity, it's movement.
To me too, it's like, I mean, everybody has nostalgia for...
Let's get some sun.
Different shit.
Yep.
Just reminds me of football.
Yep.
You know, in your head. Just reminds me of like training for that.
I think that you hit the nail on the head. I think nostalgia is really powerful.
Yeah.
And I teach people as much as I can. You're feeling down, you're feeling bummed. Hit up that old song that you love.
Yeah. Oh,
or play the guitar, like whatever the old thing is that you used to do. Go for a bike ride. It's like those things, they really strike a deep chord within you.
The music is like, it's huge. I feel like someone's gonna watch this who didn't know about that,
Right.
and definitely take you up and be like, I could really use a place to work out.
First time I made the gym free, because the gym wasn't always free, because I literally didn't have anything. It was $125 a month, but it was a powerlifting team. We had like 12 people. It was just enough to pay the rent of the 900 square foot place that we're in. This place is like 25,000 square feet if you include the whole rest of the building. It's got the slingshot products and stuff. One of my good friends, he's like, dude, he's like, what are you doing? Why'd you make the gym free? And kind of messing around, but also in a very serious way, I said, because I want to be rich. And then he 10 minutes later, he comes back, he goes, I know what you fucking mean. I get it. He's like, you want to fill up your heart and you want to be rich with that. Yeah. I said, that's exactly what I mean. I don't know what it will lead to.
Yeah.
I was like, but that's what I want to do.
Well, it's a very rad concept in that, you know, like, you have to everyone has to take care of their mind and you know, spirit. But like, there's people who don't even know how to take care of their bodies. It's almost like they're like,
yeah,
I want to show up, just have someone guide me. Like,
right.
What do I do? There's people who don't know how to work out at all.
100%.
You know, like the guy at my office was like, I don't even know what to do with weights.
Yeah.
He's never done it before. So there's people who are going to see that and want to get that from you. Which
I want to be able to figure out, how do we get like our aunts and uncles and people like
Sure.
the guy you work with, how do we get that guy to say, some of these curls and some of these deadlifts and stuff, they're not for me, but I think whatever that guy just showed me, I think I could do that.
Right.
Whether it's me talking about 10-minute walks or more recently I talked about, I call it slow and low. Just like I'm like, anybody can run.
Oh, I saw the jogging
Anyone
thing.
that can walk. Yeah, you saw the jogging guy from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm like, anybody can kind of figure out this. It's jogging. It's like, might not look spectacular, but it's another version.
How you doing? I whooped his ass.
I saw, yeah.
I'm all sweaty.
Oh, it's all right.
You're probably used to sweat. Right?
Yeah.
She loves sweaty guys. That's her thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, I picked
I
up on
know.
that.
Yeah. You guys are starting to look alike. I don't know.
Just give me another week.